there's definitely something happening on the Julian Assange front. Definitely. So the first sign of life was this week, the New York Times, The Guardian, and one other paper.
There were 5 in total.
Five, okay.
Don't remember what they all were.
So major global newspapers put out a statement saying it's time to drop the charges against Julian Assange. That was early in the week. This was a big deal. These were papers that all benefited from the WikiLeaks dump, right? They published it. They did exactly what Assange did. He was the publisher, right? They published it as well. He's the one who's in prison. So they've finally come out, better late than never, I suppose, saying drop the charges. And then 2 days ago in the Parliament, today's Friday, so on the Wednesday, in our Parliament, there was a question asked to the Prime Minister about Assange from Dr. Monique Ryan. She's the new member who replaced Josh Frydenberg in Kooyong. So she asked this question, and I'm going to play the question and play Anthony Albanese's answer to the question, and just pay special attention to how he chooses to deal with this.
Will the government intervene to bring Mr Assange home?
I, some time ago, made my point that enough is enough. It is time for this matter to be brought to a conclusion. The government will continue to act in a diplomatic way. But can I assure the member for Kooyong that I have raised this personally with representatives of the United States government. My position is clear and has been made clear to the US administration. I will continue to advocate, as I did recently in meetings that I have held. I thank the member for her question and for her genuine interest in this, along with so many Australian citizens who have contacted me.
So what you can see there, Richard, he's being very deliberate and very emphatic. And there's he thanks the Australian people who've been contacting his office, and he thanks Monique Ryan for the question. Yeah. Now, I've been reliably informed by a real insider that what we call question time in Parliament, which is questions without notice, are usually given on notice. Right? The questioner often informs their target in advance, I'm going to ask you this question, right? And the target gets to prepare their answer. And the way you know when the question without notice has been asked with notice is when the answerer thanks the questioner, right? And that's what happened in this case. So this was staged, but staged in the best possible sense that, for whatever reason, in the same week that the New York Times and these other papers called for the Assange charges to be dropped, Anthony Albanese came out and wanted to make the strongest statement he's made as Prime Minister so far. And the other thing I want to point out, he mentioned nothing about the British. He was talking directly to the US government, right? That the ball's in their court to drop the charges against Julian Assange. So something is going on. We don't know any more than that. We're just telling you this is a significant update. Watch this space.